It's a pleasure to stand here in response of impacting, giving out knowledge to all the great minds that are sitting right in front of me. Today, we are to discuss on content creation ideas and brainstorming. Before we move further, it's always important to start things from the grassroots. You need to know what you are diving into. We are all on social media, be it X, be it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, at least one of these social medias. That's why you are here. Content is anything you create and upload on your social media handle. So even if you say hi, salam, greetings, whatever it is, you upload your picture, you upload anything on social media, it is called a content. So I know all of you here, at least you used to upload something on social media, go. So you are a content creator. That means you create content. Content is anything you create that comes in either video, audio, sound, or image that entertains, educates, inform people. That is a content, as simple as it is. A content creator is a person that creates the content. Content creation is simply the art of creating that content. We all have our reasons why we are on social media. But if you want to succeed in the social media sphere or space, you need to have a well-detailed, deep understanding on how to strategize yourself. If you don't know how to plan, how to strategize yourself, you will be in a deep soup because you keep up going without a direction. You are searching for a light at the end of the tunnel, but you don't know the right direction to follow. So that's why in social media, there are some people that comes in and then succeed within short period of time. When I say success here, I mean they might go viral within short period of time. They might get rich within short period of time. There are some people that might not succeed in a very short period of time, but there are those people, Kuma, that will never succeed on social media. That's why you see people, they keep on asking you, how do I get followers? How do I go viral? How do I do this? How do I do that? Why? It's simple. The reason is because they are not strategic. You only be strategic. You only plan to win in the social media sphere if you understand content creation. The challenge a lot of people face is, how do we create the content? What should I post next? How do I know the right thing to post? If you have a good strategy, a well plan on ideating your content, then you wouldn't face so much of a problem. So this is what brings us to the content creation ideas and brainstorming. How do I ideate? How do I brainstorm? How do I strategize? And how do I collaborate? So this is basically what we are going to be discussing today. Who is a content creator, standard content creator here? Who creates content more often? You do that, right? Please, can you tell us, how do you come up with your idea? Real life scenarios. Something happens and you just create content around it. Give us one. Your imagination. You think of it and you create. Go. How do you come to terms that, okay, I have to post this, I have to create this? A lady, at least day before we leave. Thank you. And you just create. Go. Okay. You want to give us one? You look at what other people are doing, then
Ask myself, what what is the gap? As in, what I want to see and other people are not doing.
you jump into that. Okay, these are all ideas, these are all processes, these are all strategies you can use in developing an idea. But there are three great ways you can come up with an idea. There are three processes. If you note these three processes, put them here, understand them, hold them tight, you will never run out of content. The day I started implementing these three processes, I never ran out of idea again. The first thing you need to do as someone who wants to have an idea is target audience research. Who can tell us what target audiences are? Not you. Yes, you. Oh no, sit down. Thank you. A lady wants to speak. That you want to direct your message. Please, a round of applause for her. Okay? Your target audiences are those people you are targeting. those people you want to send your message out to. In social media, people make the mistake of trying to create for everyone. You can never create content for everyone on social media, no matter how good you are. Mr. Beast is the person with the most subscribers on YouTube, but I know maybe some of you don't even know him. We know Kabilem is the person with the most followers on TikTok. His content might not interest most of you. You cannot create content for everybody. You can only create content for a category of people. If you want to be having ideas, the first thing you need to do is to make research on your target audience. In this research, you need to understand their needs, you need to understand their pain points, and you need to understand their interests. These three things. Who are my target audiences? My target audiences are Hausa people, just Hausa speaking community. Those are my target audience. Then you need to narrow it down. Who, again, in the Hausa speaking community? Those people that are interested in tech. You've narrowed it down. People interested in tech from the Hausa community. What are their pains? What suffocates them the most? Then understand their pain point. Understand their interest. If I understand that their interest is in phone review, then I know that my content is mostly going to revolve around gadget review. So every day if I want to create content, I know that, okay, I just need to make research on a phone. Now you've narrowed it down. You know what to do. So every day you know where to start from. After making this audience research, the next thing that can give you content ideas is to look at what is trending in your niche. A niche is your area of specialization. Once I know what is trending in my niche, then I'm very good to go. Because if I know that as a tech creator, what is trending right now is the release of iPhone 17, I just hop on it and create content on iPhone 17. Ideating content is not that tough. The third thing is problem solution framework. In this, you need to highlight the challenges your course addresses and offer tangible solutions. What is your course in content creation? What do you create content for? Advocacy. Okay, mental health. Thank you. She creates content on mental health. She's advocating for mental health. That's her course. In this part, what she needs to do is to always highlight the challenges people with mental health face. As a mental health advocate, you know the challenges these people face. So always highlight it and bring solution. Create a video and say, okay, today we are going to discuss about schizophrenic patients. Schizophrenic patients suffer from autism. Maybe they become easily depressed. So highlight it. Talk about depression. How do you overcome it? Now give them solution to it. So you will never run out of idea. These are the three things. The next thing you need is to develop a comprehensive content strategy for your course. As I said earlier, you need an effective content strategy to succeed in content creation. Because why do we get the idea from the start? We are getting the idea in order to create content. But getting the idea is not enough if you don't have a comprehensive content strategy for your course. How do you come up with an effective content strategy? Let's skip all the English. It's simple. The first thing you need to do is to define your goals. Set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, which are SMART goals. Set specific. Very, very important. Do not say, I want to achieve 10 things in 1 month. That's not how you succeed in content creation. I personally gave myself a goal for 1 year and I worked so hard until I achieved that goal. What are the goals? I say, okay, I think if I really want to do this content creation of a thing, I need followers. That's the only way I'm going to secure brand deals. Because even if you are good, if nobody is watching, it's kind of useless. It's not useless. But for the brands now, they're not going to consider you. I said, okay, I give myself until the end of 2024. I'm going to get 100K on TikTok and I'm going to get 100K on Facebook, and I achieved all those goals. It's a yearly goal that is specific. I know this is my goal, so everything I'm working on is towards achieving a specific goal. Make it measurable. Make it something you can measure. Make it something you can look back and then see if either you are improving or not. You are measuring it. Am I improving? Am I getting those followers or not? Then achievable. Do not set unrealistic goals. So Some goals are not possible to achieve. Make it relevant. Do not set an outdated goal and then make it a time bound, which is smart goal. It should work with time. The next thing is audience analytics. If you want to develop a comprehensive content strategy, after defining your goal, I know what I want to achieve. I want to achieve 100K in my profile. After I define this goal, I need to make an audience analytics. A lot of people don't want to analyze their audience. Who is on Facebook here? You are on Facebook. Can you tell me the percentage of male and female that are following you? At least 95% are male. Audience analytics. You need to know who is actually seeing me. Apart from that male or female stuff, you need to understand which countries are watching my content the most. Which states are watching my content the most. Why do you need to do that? Because if I understand that people from Kano are the people that watch my content the most, then I will need to understand that there are some things that offend Kanawa easily. You need to identify their demographics, know where they are, know their interests, know their online behavior. You all know Gfresh. Gfresh is a person that knows his audience. He knows their demographic, he knows their interests, he knows their online behavior. Not just Gfresh. Let me give you an example with this guy. This guy from Sokoto, what's his name? Soulja Boy. They understand the audience interest and their online behavior. Soulja Boy understood that what offends the Ariwa people is that kind of thing that he was doing. He understand that if I do this, I'm going to trend. People are going to know me and my song is going to go viral, because no matter how bad a song is, if it trends, people will listen to it. So he said, let me do what I did. He achieved his goal. Gfresh understood that his audience are angry people. They are not well sustained with all the kinds of behaviors he's doing. Then he said, I will never be angry. Insult him million times, he will never be angry. So understand your audience. First, understand their demography. Where do they stay? Then understand what are they interested in. After you define your goal, you now have your audience analysis. The next thing is to develop a content calendar. A content calendar is just simply your posting schedule. Hello, you people should clap for me. Your content calendar is your posting schedule. Plan posts across platforms for consistent messaging. But here's where it gets tricky. This word, plan posts across platforms for consistent messaging. Now, the reason why you are developing a content calendar is just to simply have a frequent and consistent message output, so that you keep on posting, people keep on seeing you. That's how you grow on social media. If you post today and run away, come back after 1 month, you are going to be forgotten. You need to be posting frequently. That's why you need a content calendar. But what is consistency in content creation? That's where it gets tricky. Consistency means to be doing. Go? Well, in content creation, there are two ways you can be consistent. You might decide to be posting every day. That is what people see as consistency. Meanwhile, you can decide not to be that consistent. That style of consistency, you might decide not to adopt it. Rather, what you can do is you can decide to be posting weekly. If you maintain that weekly post, it means what? You are consistently posting every week. So you fall into the category of the people that post frequently, that post consistently. Building strategic collaborations with creators and brands. Everything we do, everything we say follows a pattern. The first thing we discussed about is you developing process of creating your ideas, bringing your ideas to create content. That's what we call ideation in content creation. Then we moved on to how do you develop a comprehensive strategy for yourself. The next thing that usually comes to a content creator is this: how do I collaborate? In Hausa, gatan content creator kenan, collaboration. And I'm not talking about just monetary collaboration. I'm talking about every collaboration. We have basically two types, one with a brand and one with your fellow creators. How do you build a strategic collaboration with creators and brands? Creator outreach. We have a cycle on social media. It's a great cycle. I have friends that we create content together with. Just of recent, we were done with a collaboration. What happens was, one was from Maiduguri, one was from Adamawa, two are from Jigawa, and I am from Abuja. All of us collaborated. We came together and spent 3 days in Abuja creating content. If you want to propose a collaboration with every creator, the first thing you need to do is to make sure that he's interested in your content. How do you know that creator is interested in your content? If I'm a tech content creator, and she's a personal development content creator. He's an advocate. We are in line of interest together. Why? Because we all educate and inform. That's something you should always note. The next thing you need to do is to make sure that your own profile is value filled. You have a bit of recognition in your profile, because nobody wants to collaborate with a lame profile. No matter how good you are, if you do not ditch out that goodness in you outside, we will never understand. After doing that, you send a personalized message. In this personalized message, you don't just go to that person and say hi, hello. You send regards, you introduce yourself, you communicate your purpose. After doing that, the next thing is clear value proposition. You need to communicate a unique benefit you are bringing to the table. After doing that, what is the advantage, or what are the advantages of this collaboration? This clear value proposition, if you want to communicate it effectively, number one, ask yourself, what does this collaboration solve? It might solve audience gap. Then what benefit does it offer? The last tip, but not the least, why do we choose to collaborate? If you have this, then you have a clear value proposition. You are proposing value clearly. The next thing is long-term engagement. If you want to collaborate with creators, have this in mind. Long-term engagement, that's the way you succeed more. If you have that long-term plan, not just let's collaborate today and that's all. How do we even collaborate outside content creation? So the next thing is brand partnership. Collaborate with socially responsible companies. You've ever seen like a creator advertising a brand in their own page? Joint collaboration. Second, sponsored content. How do I convince this brand to sponsor my video? Clap for me. It's very important. See, if you are creating content and you know that you cannot do it alone, you need to extend your hand, because content is consuming and they waste resource. You need to put in so much work, so much hard work, so much resources. If you cannot have something, look for a way to propose with a brand that, okay, I'm going to do so thing for you, but in return, I need so thing. The next thing is shared values. Before you collaborate with a brand, you need to have shared values. You need to understand that brand. You need to know the principles of that brand. Do not go into a collaboration you will regret. And there are some things I want you to put in mind. I've always wanted to say this. If you want to collaborate with a brand, if this brand gave you a contract, even if it is 50,000 naira contract, if you cannot read that contract, if you cannot comprehend, look for someone to help you comprehend, because these brands are tricky sometimes. And never, in my own advice, rely on being just an affiliate to a brand. There's a deal brands used to do. They'll say, okay, come on board. The more people you refer, the more you earn. If there's no upfront payment, don't do it, because you're going to suffer. You're just going to stress yourself and you hardly earn. Unless you have a larger community that are interested in that thing, make sure there's always an upfront payment before you do anything. This is the last but not the least. Implementation plan from ideation to advocacy success. As a content creator, you are a brand. You need task assignment. Delegate responsibilities to team members, but that team member can be you alone. Delegate responsibilities to yourself. Workflow creation. Develop a systemic content production process. It's very important you develop a systemic content production process. How do I develop, create, and also post my content? Have a workflow. I'll be doing it 2 times in a week. I'll script 5 videos in one day. I'll create 3 videos in one day. I'll edit 2 videos in one day, and then I'll post 1 video every week. I'm just giving you like a heads up. You understand? You don't have to necessarily adopt to that. The next thing is progress tracking. Track your progress. This is how you ideate your content. This is how you have a strategic plan on your content, and so on and so forth. I won't take so much of your time. Me too, my leg is, I don't know if there is room for question and answers.
The question I have is regarding initiating ideas. You said we should check for trending topics. So I'd like to ask, as someone who is an emerging content creator, you know, when there's a trending topic, there tends to be a lot of competition. So won't that decrease the chances of you being seen? And also, when you are following trending topics, does that in a way goes against you being creative, exploring and thinking outside the box when you're always following trends? And does that stop you from making your content unique? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is a very brilliant question. The answer is simple. Following trend doesn't mean you are not creative because there's something with content. Content is all about modeling. What you did, other people have done it. Mostly that's what content creation is about, modeling. Now let me give you an example. Do you all remember when ChatGPT rose to fame, when it came into existence? Can you name how many creators created content informing people on ChatGPT? There are too many to mention. But remember that this creator saw this creator created, and then this creator again saw this creator that saw this creator that created content on ChatGPT, and then the creator decided to create his own content. Content is about modeling. Do not say you will only create content that comes straight out from you. Model people. Look for the leading experts in your industry. Check, what did this person create today? Model it. Still like an artist. Do not copy directly, but model. Take the idea and create. Just because you hop onto a trend doesn't mean that it will reduce your chances of getting seen.
My question is just about how do you find your niche, finding your niche.
Thank you so much. How do you find your niche? Niching is important, and it's rigorous. You see, niching is one of the hardest things to achieve as a content creator. You can take a year creating content without knowing your niche. It's possible. Can take 2 years self creating. It's possible. But if you want to understand your niche, or if you want to niche yourself down, it's simple. Ask yourself, who are my target audience? As I said, who do I want to create content for? After knowing the people you want to create content for, then what is or what are their interests? What are they interested in? If you want to create content for women alone, what are women much more interested in? Maybe fashion, maybe skincare, jewelry, this kind of stuff. Now you just hop into the fashion niche. Do you understand? So niching yourself is simple. Understand your audience, your target audience, what they want, what their interest is. Once you understand the interest of your target audience, then create content that resonates with them, with their interest. I think it's as simple as that. Thank you.
Question is this this online behavior. I need to more explanation.
What's online behavior? How do you understand it? Online behavior is just simply how people behave online. There are people that behave very rude online. There are people that behave calm online. There are people that behave supportive online. Some people, they behave as womanizers online. You just because you are hitting ladies DM, this DM, that DM, doesn't mean you are an actual womanizer outside social media. So that behavior that you have online is your online behavior. So for instance, we said Kano. What is the behavior of Kano people? Their online personality, their online behavior, what people knows them with online. Okay, let's put it this way without insulting anyone. Entertaining. They are entertaining. Every content, most of the content creators you see that are into comedy are from Kano. Most of them, they are from Kano. So that's their online behavior. Thank you.
Thank you.